Welcome to Q&A Friday with Becca Clegg. Today I'm going to be answering a question that is all about how do I get out of a cycle of repeating the same old thing. So for instance, in this case, the cycle is that my client was eating and then feeling guilty and then feeling worse about having eaten, and then the guilt would cause her to then feel so bad about herself that she would eat more, and then it would just repeat itself and repeat itself. There is no quick answer for this, so this is kind of a tough one to do in Q&A Friday, but I wanted to talk about allowing and receiving because I think it's a really interesting concept that very few of us really, spend that much time thinking about. If we can allow ourselves to really receive something, then we don't want it as much. It's a really basic concept, and it really is a little bit, let me back up, it's not basic at all, it's actually kind of complicated, but on the surface it's basic. So if you tell yourself you can have something anytime you want it, that it's readily available, you don't really want it that much. In a marketing world, it's sort of like, supply and demand. When something is a limited supply, then the demand for it is much bigger. And it's the same in our psyche. When something we feel is in a limited supply, then our demand for it is much, much bigger. And so what I would tell you is you've got to start giving yourself permission, and this is an internal process. You've got to start giving yourself permission to have whatever it is that you find is so compelling. So whether that's eating certain foods that are on the bad list, or it's, allowing yourself to even just pay attention to what it's like when you do eat. Are you really allowing yourself to eat, or are you counting calories in the background? Are you constantly scrutinizing everything that's going into your mouth? Because that's not really allowing. And if you can sit with food with the energy of allowing and receiving, then food doesn't kind of have the same allure that it once did. So this is a very quick answer to that question, but I want to know, do I really allow myself to receive food? Do I really give myself permission to eat, or do I still have that bad list that's off limits and that I can't touch certain foods? I'm not talking about health concerns. I know certain people cut out certain food groups. Gluten's really popular right now. Other things that aren't particularly good for us. I know that that is maybe sometimes necessary for health, but I want you to think more about the way you approach food. So it's not so literal. It's more about, what do I really allow myself to have, and what is off limits? If you find that you're compelled to continually eat those foods regardless, maybe try allowing yourself to have them. You may find you don't want them as much. All right, guys, keep your questions coming. Q&A Friday, as always, will be back in 2 weeks. Until then, you can visit me at my blog, lifebeyondthediet.com, or at my website, rebeccaclegg.com. Go over there and sign up for my free ebook, which is all about the diet mindset and how to get out of the unhealthy mindset and have permanent weight management that doesn't drive you crazy. All right, take care.